My topic today is one of the interesting topic in beauty and personal care industry is men's grooming. Before start my presentation, I would like to introduce you about Euromonitor International. Euromonitor International is market intelligence sources. We have 12 offices in the world, and we do research on consumer goods and service industry covering over 80 countries. So these are the industry we cover. And for today's presentation, I'm going to bring some of the statistics from beauty and personal care system. And in our beauty and personal care system, we have 4 major categories, and men's grooming is one category out of this. And men's grooming also can split to 2 portions, men's shaving and men's toiletry. So I'm showing you this chart for your reference because you might be confused about some of the data I'm going to share later on. So here is the agenda of my presentation. Firstly, I'm going to start with global and regional outlook, and I'm going to move on to what's on in terms of marketing trends and product developments of men's grooming. And also I will share opportunity, and finally, future outlook of men's grooming. So based on Euromonitor International statistics, total beauty and personal care retail sales reached $465 billion in 2014. And in terms of growth rate, it was about 5% in value terms. And if we split this market to premium and mass product, the mass beauty and personal care actually had better performance than premium beauty. It is because of emerging countries that leading the mid-price product from both international and local players. And Asia is getting important. It accounts for about 29% of this $465 billion. So if we split the beauty and personal care product by type, the top 3 categories in retail sales were skincare, hair care, and color cosmetic. And men's grooming product was 7th largest category in value terms, with about 1.1% growth in 2014. And interestingly, the growth rate in 2014 actually slowed down from 2013, which gives us the questions, why is it so? Because everyone thinks the men's grooming is doing so well. So I'm going to share the reason a bit later. So this chart is the same sales split, but for Asia. Similar to the global picture, the top 3 categories were skincare, hair care, and color cosmetic. And men's grooming seems to be slightly more important in Asia Pacific. It was 6th largest category with 4.4% growth in 2014. And the growth rate was even faster than 2013. And even compared to the growth rate of the global market, it was faster. To understand why the trends of men's grooming in global and Asia Pacific so different, I need to show you the sales breakdown of the men's grooming between global and Asia Pacific. So this pie chart shows you the sales split of men's grooming to men's shaving and other men's toiletry and men's skincare. So what I can say from these 2 charts, in terms of the other men's toiletry, which refer to men's hair care and men's body and shower gel, the portions of in global and Asia Pacific seems to be similar. But the big difference comes from the portion for men's shaving and men's skincare. Globally, the men's shaving takes the largest part, while the men's skincare account for only 10%. While in Asia, the men's skincare seems to be very important. It accounts for 33.6%. So maybe you will say it is due to the gene that Asian men don't need to shave as much as the men in the rest of the world, but actually it plays very big part because men's shaving globally have recorded negative growth for last 3 to 5 years. So therefore, the sales of the men's grooming has slowed down. So why is that? I would like to point a few points. It's firstly because of the change of working environment and also cultural influence. Globally, we see the business dress code in many countries have relaxed. So men don't need to wear the formal suits and have a very clean shaving look to go for work. And also there is a cultural event called Movember. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of it. It's actually to raise the awareness of men's health issue by keeping your mustache for the month of November. Actually, this is this month. So maybe in globally, the having mustache and beard is become a cool thing, and it doesn't become an issue at all. And maybe it could be because of the demand for good-looking slow down globally. I'm so sorry for the picture. I wanted to show you the trend called dead bod. Dead bod refers to dead body. So basically it means that men don't need to go for exercise every day to keep your six-pack, or you have shave to attract girls. But instead, you can go for slice of the pizza every day and also keep your beard and still look good. But unfortunately, this story doesn't apply to Asian men. Asian men still need to keep neat and clean look and need to be good looking. So therefore, the sales of the men's grooming, especially men's skincare, continue increasing in this part of the world. I'm not sure whether you totally agree with me, but I think this is a trend that we are looking forward to. So if we split the men's skincare sales by country in Asia, the top two countries are China and South Korea. China, no doubt, because of the huge population in the country. In fact, China has overtaken South Korea in terms of the value sales of the men's skincare over the last 5 years, and it still have more than double-digit growth year on year. But what I want to point out here is men's skincare seems to be very important in Asia, but except China and South Korea and maybe Japan, the sales of the rest of the country are still very minimal. So in the other word, we can say there is a room to grow for the men's skincare, actually more than we expect in Asia. So what's on? For last 5 years, almost every manufacturer, beauty player have launched their own men's grooming products. Maybe from the premium brands like Estée Lauder, L'Oreal, to direct selling brands like Avon have launched men's skincare brand. But now we have new face in men's skincare is alcoholic drink player. So Johnnie Walker, one of the leading whiskey company, have launched men's shaving product. It's actually shaving wax, which include the skunk of the Johnnie Walker. So they expect maybe the big fan of Johnnie Walker will go for such products. And also the beer company Carlsberg introduced men's, I won't say it's a men's, hair care and conditioner and body lotion product with the research conducted by themselves that how good the yeast, the content in the beer can good for the hair care. So these products are not just for the men, I would say. It can be for women as well. But since the major consumer group for alcoholic drink is still the men, so we can see the potential collaboration across the industry for the new development of the men's grooming products. Not only from the development of the products, we also see the retailer start to recognize the importance of the men and let them spend more in their retailing space. The Lotte department store in South Korea have opened this men's ajit. So basically this whole floor selling men's product. I'm not just talking about men's apparel or beauty product, but they also have car accessory or camera and other items that men can be interested in. And especially in this retailing shop, they have a barber and spa shop for men. So if men get tired during shopping, they can go and rest and come back and spend more. And another retailer that is focusing on the men is Watson in Hong Kong. They launched this flagship store for the larger selling space, and they dedicate one whole floor for men's product only. So it sells men's skincare and maybe men's cosmetic as well. And the next trends I would like to highlight is influence of a blogger and social media tool. We have seen many bloggers and social media like Facebook, Instagram have been doing so well for beauty products for men, for female, but now we see the similar trend for male product as well. So Brian from the Philippines have his own website called Brian Boy, and he has been successful globally as a key influencer to fashion and beauty product, not only for men, but also for women. And in Singapore, we also see a group called Gentleman's Pride. So the group actually promoting Singaporean men to be more fashionable, yet also to be a gentleman. We have talked about many men's skincare and color cosmetic, but now we also see that men's grooming are actually entering the technology era. You're probably aware the electric beauty device has been booming for the last 5 years, and now they have introduced beauty device even for men. So Philips have introduced Pizza Pure for men. As you see from the picture, even men, when they wash their face, they might be interested in using the device instead of their hands. And also Clarisonic have a similar product for men as well. So we noted that the men's grooming product in globe has been slowed down while Asia is still doing well. So if you're asking me whether we still need to go for men's grooming product, I'll probably say yes for the opportunity that I like to share in a couple of the slides. Firstly, let's look at the purchasing power of men globally. So this chart shows women's average disposable income percentage of men's average disposable income. So if the bar is higher, meaning the woman's disposable income is high in the regions, and if it's low, then it's men's disposable income is high in the countries. So for Asia, interestingly, the men's purchasing power has been even growing from the 2002 to 2013. It could be a bad news for the woman like me in Asia, but it is a good news for the manufacturer who are targeting for men's product at the moment. So actually we're seeing trends. The men start to spend more on the grooming product in apparel markets. So in terms of the retail value sales, women's wear is larger than men's wear, but in growth rate, men's wear is growing faster than women's wear. So we can say men are willing to spend, but we just need to think how we can educate and then convince them to spend on the skincare product for the same amount that they can purchase maybe one smartphone. How about time spending? This is an online survey we conduct in 16 countries in the world to show that how much time men and women spend on personal appearance and grooming daily. Interestingly, the bar for men shows the more men are spending more than 16 to 30 minutes on their personal appearance and grooming compared to maybe less than 50 minutes. It is interesting to me because I thought this sector would be much taller than the rest of the sector here. So men are also willing to spend their time on personal appearance. How about the potential for beyond skincare? Women purchase color cosmetic. This is the survey we conduct also in the 16 countries in the world. And interestingly, consider rate of the men answered that they actually ever purchase color cosmetic or at least involved in the purchasing decisions. And when they say yes to it, this is the list of the type of color cosmetic where they are more interested and the more aware of. So in developed country, it seems the men are more aware or purchase lip balm or lips shape products, while emerging country, they are more aware of the BB cream or CC cream. And the other color cosmetic types that I'd like to highlight is like nail polish, foundation, and lip gloss. It might be where the men may want to try or even purchase when they're looking for color cosmetic. So in South Korea, it seems color cosmetic target for men is already in the advanced stage. We see Hera have launched men's CC cream. So men also want to cover their scar or the large pore by applying CC cream here. And also another brand Innisfree from South Korea have even eyebrow pencil for men. So men like to have good shapes of the eyebrow and they like to use the target product for men only. So finally, the future outlook of the men's grooming. The sales of the men's grooming in global and also in Asia is expected to have positive growth. In global, the growth rate between 2015 to 2019 is expected to be about 13%. But Asia Pacific's men's grooming will have much faster growth rate with a 26%. So hopefully from my presentation, you have better understanding of the potential of the men's grooming product and what we can possibly target in men's skincare and the color cosmetic. So this end of my presentation. Thank you very much.